You're watching the Auction Network. Beautiful glass art that defies imagination. Unique, brilliant, and stunning. It's the Pilchuck Glass School Annual Auction, Thursday, October 30th, live from Seattle, Washington. The live auction kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Time. The 30th Annual Pilchuck Auction highlights the hundreds of artists from around the world who have taught and studied at Pilchuck. They've generously donated their best works to benefit the school's future artistic and educational programs.
It is the premier glass institution in the world, and many say this auction is the premier glass auction in the entire world. There's blown glass, there's kiln glass, there's flame-worked glass, so it covers the spectrum of glass, and it is just a stunning offering. And my function is to try to produce the greatest revenue for the Pilchuck Glass School.
Seattle has become a mecca for glass art thanks to Dale Chihuly. He founded the Pilchuck Glass School in 1972, and the Pacific Northwest art scene hasn't been the same since.
Dale Chihuly is the co-founder of the Pilchuck Glass School, is a terribly creative person who has helped the glass movement and has actually been principally responsible for changing the center of the glassblowing world from Murano, Italy, to the Pacific Northwest.
We've had hundreds of students this summer, usually about 20 different countries a summer. We have faculty from all over the world, and it's really put Seattle on the map for as being a glass center, maybe the glass center of the world.
Chihuly's popularity in the region even rivals that of Seattle's favorite son, Bill Gates. In fact, Chihuly is respected so much, NBC producers included one of his pieces on the set of Frasier to give it some true Seattle credibility.
He is among the grand masters of the world in glass, and there are other grand masters who come and teach at the Pilchuck Glass School and make a piece of glass for this auction. So you will see some of the grand masters of the world here, including Dale Chihuly. The artists have contributed stunning pieces for this live. This is the best live auction I've ever seen, and I've more than 15 years doing this. And they range from extremely delicate pieces to very powerful pieces. They range in all different shapes, sizes, colors, and they are among the premium pieces of glass in the world, and people will bid accordingly. We acknowledge that this whole event does not happen without the generosity of the artists.
The school meant so much to me that I actually moved here. It's such a special place. It's like nowhere else on earth.
I believe in Pilchuck. It's my, alma mater.
The reason that I'm able to make the things that I make and the skill level that I have has been a gift from the people that I've been able to work with at Pilchuck, the people I've met. They've taught me everything.
Seattle has an extraordinarily vibrant arts community. The collectors here and the buyers here are very discriminating. They really know good glass when they see it, and they're willing to pay for it.
I think that pricing art is so subjective, and the value of a piece of work that anyone has made it's kind of a ridiculous thing anyway. I hope someone buys it. I think it's worth more. But then again, I give them away to people too that I care about.
The live auction operates simultaneously with dinner and takes a little over 2.5 hours. The meal and the auction are all part of the entertainment for the evening. So for many, it's an evening of entertainment. This auction, interestingly enough, is offered what's called absolute. That is to say, the pieces sell for what the audience is willing to bid. There's no minimum starting bid, and that makes the auction very exciting. It makes for the possibility of sometimes making a very good buy on a piece. It's very exciting to watch the glass being bid.
Art lovers come to the auction because they'll see more good glass art in one spot tonight than they will in any other time or place on the planet. Artists give their generous gifts of glass to the auction because they want to say thank you to the Pilchuck School. The Pilchuck School has been responsible for literally thousands of artists, either at some point in their career, maybe that's where they started, maybe it's where they learned a new trick, maybe it's where they got married. You know, it's just amazing the breadth of influence from the Pilchuck School to the artists today. And we all just about can't wait to say thank you to Pilchuck.
Pilchuck has done so much for me as a person, as an artist, and as a glassblower.
Our gifts are recognized by the school as a very major portion of the budget that's required to keep the place running. If we had to charge the students the tuition that would pay all of the bills, we couldn't have anyone except the Donald Trumps.
I was really fortunate to get involved with Pilchuck about 5 years ago. I came as a scholarship student.
A lot of the people come to buy pieces in the auction because they want to support the school. As the Italians say, we're feeding two doves with one biscuit. And the biscuit, you see, is the money they give, but they also get to take one of those doves home and put it on their mantelpiece.
Glass is important to Seattle because it's become part of our culture, and many of the glass artists in the world, the finer glass artists in the world, have found that Seattle is very conducive to the environment from a design standpoint, from a creativity standpoint. You know, we see that in so much work here in Seattle. If you were to visit our city and the museums in our city, you'll find that glass art is a statement of who we are and how we do things.
When we come back, we'll take you on a behind-the-scenes tour of the prestigious Pilchuck Glass School. Plus, get a sneak peek at some of the amazing pieces of glass being auctioned off at this year's event. The Pilchuck Glass School Annual Auction Preview Show continues right after this. To register for future live auctions, go to auctionnetwork.com.